Hey everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point, and we are here to recap Iyanla Fix My Life Season 6. I believe it was Episode 7, which was titled Sisters with Secrets. So guys, I actually did not take notes on this episode, so there may be some things that are missing. I'm just going to do this off the top of my head because this episode was so disappointing to me in the fact that it seemed really rushed. It seemed like, you know how Iyanla normally have the exercises and different things that she does with the people that come on the show, and then it ends up being like a 2 or 3 part episode. I was really expecting this to be that, sort of like the Mitchell brothers that were on that had 3 episodes, but we didn't get any of that. We didn't really get to see Iyanla working with the people. We didn't get to see them doing any of the little exercises that she does. And it was just disappointing to me because I felt like at one point, you put this information out to us and then you turn around and don't really give us much information. And I don't know if this was the first time Iyanla has tried this, and somebody else commented on it on Twitter, but basically she let the guests do like the confessionals, you have on the reality TV shows where they, come back after the show has been edited or whatever, and they give their, their side of what was going on or what they were thinking at the time. So I thought that was a cute added touch. And then I saw where Welcome to Sweetie Pies, they're going to come back in May, but that's going to be their last 8 episodes, and then that show is coming to an end. And I've just noticed a lot of changes about Iyanla's show. She's on, she's doing her own videos on YouTube a lot more, where she's explaining things and talking more about the show. And then I heard that she's now in Atlanta filming, so I'm wondering if Iyanla might be getting phased out also, and maybe she's going to continue the show on her own. Just my thoughts, because I expect to see a lot of changes come to OWN down the road now that Oprah has sold her interest in the station. But let's go ahead and talk about this show. So basically the show was about a woman named Jackie, and Jackie was 40 or in her early 40s. And she was a teen mom. She had her first child. She was a teen mom. She had 3 or 4 kids, but there were only 2 on the show. And she had her first child. She got pregnant when she was 15. She had the baby. Her mom put her out, so she ended up moving out when she was 16. She left the baby with the grandmother or with her mom. I wasn't sure whether it was Jackie's mom, which had been the daughter's grandmother, or if Jackie was saying that her grandmother raised the daughter, which would be her mom's mom. But we did find out that I think the mother is dead, so we can't go back and talk to the mother about what was going on. But anyway, she ended up moving out. She met a guy, she called him her boyfriend, but he was obviously a pimp. And so he basically had her working in a massage parlor where she was actually prostituting, and then she went on to get pregnant, again. And like I said, I thought she said she had 3 or 4 kids, but by the time she was 21, she had 4 kids, but there were only 2 on the show. So Jackie's issue is that she doesn't have a good relationship with her oldest daughter. She is very angry, very hostile. Her coping mechanism is that if you say something she doesn't like, she goes from 0 to 100 in like 1.5 seconds, and then she's like cussing people out, telling people about themselves, and just going for the gutter. Okay, she just like gutting you like a fish. Whatever comes to mind, she's gonna say it. She doesn't care. So Jackie has a sister named Latonya, and Latonya was also on the show. So Iyanla was going to work with Jackie and Latonya to work out their issues before she got to the daughters. So if you watch my Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 1 recap, I talked about how all the ladies on the show had their hair in ponytails. Well, most of them had their hair in ponytails and the different styles that they had with the ponytail. And I mentioned that there was a lady named Latonya on Fix My Life. So Latonya came out there, and she obviously has very thin hair. And so she had her hair pulled up into a ponytail that was over to the side. Then all of a sudden she just had this big, I don't know what was going on, but it was a ponytail. It was a side ponytail that just didn't mesh up with what was going on this side of her head. And so the people in the comments was going on and on, going in on this woman about that ponytail and how ratchet it looked and everything. So the next day when Latonya came back to record, Latonya hadn't changed up her hairdo. Now, she didn't do much better with the new ponytail, because this time she had the ponytail up on top of her head with a bun. And then I think it might have been some hair hanging down in the back. But, you know, I was joking on Twitter like, hey, y'all talked about that woman's hair so bad that she went and changed her hairstyle. So it was fitting, and it was funny the way they was talking about the woman, even though I hate, you know, how we judge each other so bad when it comes to, you know, our looks and makeup and hair and all that type of stuff, because it's so unnecessary. But I just thought it was funny how they were going in on that ponytail, and then in the very next scene, she had a totally different hairstyle, like she hadn't heard them, but we know she had. So anyway, when Iyanla first met with Latonya was talking about Jackie so bad and was telling Iyanla Jackie just wants to be a superstar. She wants to be on TV. Don't believe nothing she says. She's a liar. She's mean. She's angry. You know, just really going in. And so Iyanla was like trying to explain to her, like, you know, Jackie wrote to me saying that she needed help. She doesn't want to live the way she's living anymore. She doesn't want to be angry. She wants a better relationship with her sister. And so Latonya kept cutting Iyanla off. So Iyanla said, so is this how you communicate? Like, you talk about the way Jackie communicate, but is this the way you communicate? So she was like, yeah, this is how I communicate with Jackie, because she's a liar. Don't nobody want to hear what she have to say, so I just cut her off because I don't want to hear it. And then Iyanla said, well, do you think I'm a liar? So she was like, she kept talking, and then Iyanla said, do you think I'm a liar? And she was like, well, no. Then she said, but you're cutting me off. You won't let me finish my sentences. So she wasn't trying to hear nothing Iyanla had to say. So Iyanla gets a call from one of her producers saying that Jackie is about to leave, that she said she ain't doing this, she done changed her mind, she won't be on the show. So Iyanla goes to meet with Jackie, or to call Jackie on the phone. So she's talking to Jackie, and Jackie was like, this is why I can't progress, because, you know, I try to share with people what's going on in my life, what's happening in my life, and then they go and talk to Latonya, and then Latonya turns, you know, she always turns people against me, because then she tells them that I'm a liar, don't believe me, I'm crazy, and all this stuff. So Iyanla was listening, you know, trying to listen to her, and then she was telling her, she said, well, you know, running away from the situation isn't going to help. You know, you need to come back, you need to stay, and we need to see this whole thing through. So then Jackie exhibited to us what she meant by she can go from him to him like in 1.5 seconds, because she said, I tell you what, when I come back, if I come back, how about we talk about the fact that Latonya raped me when I was a little girl. So I was like, oh, is this kind of stuff we revealing on y'all now? So basically, she was saying that somebody, we don't know if it was the daddy, the brother, or uncle, or cousin, or grand, I don't know who this person was. I know they called him Puddin'. I think his name was Puddin'. Puddin' raped Latonya. So then Latonya started raping Jackie. Iyanla ain't know what to say at that point, and I imagine I wouldn't know what to say if I was in that situation. So then we have the scene where Iyanla go back. It's the next day. She's talking to. So Iyanla goes back. It's the next day. She's talking to Latonya, And so, Latonya still, like, I don't want to hear nothing else she say. This is just how she is. She don't never want to confront situations. So then Iyanla told her what the lady said. She said, now, do you know anything about that? And then Latonya said, wait a minute. She said, what? And then she was like, she said that she was raped as a child. Latonya said, see, that's a lie. Ain't nobody raped her. And then she said, well, did you hear who I said raped her? She said, you raped her. And so now my thought is, if one of my siblings came and said that I had raped them when we were little, I've been like, oh, hell no, get her in here right now so we can talk about this. Like this, the devil is a liar, but Latonya wasn't like that. Look, Latonya was like, did I rape her? I'm not sure if I raped her. No, I don't think I raped her. So then Iyanla decided to send Latonya home. Like, we had no further use for Latonya on the show. So Latonya left. And I'm just like, what kind of mess is this? And so Iyanla goes back to talk to Jackie because Jackie decided to come back. And so, she was trying to get more details. Like, are you sure? Because by now, Iyanla has decided that there's some mental illness going on and that maybe Jackie is imagining this. So I was just like, oh, where's this show going? And this is why I thought that there were going to be multiple parts to the show. So when she goes back and she talks to Jackie, she says, okay, so, like, are you sure that this happened, that you're not imagining this? And she was like, I know, I lived it. And so she asked her to explain to her what was going on again. So then Jackie said that whoever Puddin was would rape Latonya. And then Latonya would come and get in the bed with her. And she said that over time, she would start like getting on top of her and hunching her. And she would be feeling on her and touching her in inappropriate places and stuff. And so Iyanla asked her, how old was she? And she said, well, Latonya was like 11 or 12 years old. So that means that I was 9 years old. And then I guess like over time, she stopped doing it. And then I guess that's how Jackie ended up being promiscuous and having the kids and feeling like her only option was to prostitute her body, for this pimp or whatever. I was like, Lord Jesus, the secrets, the secrets, the secrets. So then Iyanla goes and she talks with the two daughters, and I apologize. I cannot remember what them girls' names were, but one of the oldest daughter, the one she was having the issue with, she was a real light-skinned girl. Kind of reminded me of a younger version of Faith Evans. And so Latonya and Jackie, they were both very dark-skinned women. So here comes this girl with this blondish red hair and very light skin, very light complexion. And then the sister, one of the sisters that was there, she was very dark skinned and looked like a younger version of the mother. So the light skinned sister, the older sister, her issue was that, she was raised by the grandmother. The grandmother, I guess, told her a story about the mother. And so she grew up believing the story that the grandmother had told. And Iyanla told her, it was like, your grandmother was wrong for telling your mother's story. The only person that can tell your mother's story is your mother. So then the girl, she was very dismissive of Iyanla. She was kind of acting like the Aunt Latonya was. And she was like, whatever, Iyanla, whatever. And then Iyanla was like, everybody in this family is just disrespectful. So she brings the other sister into the conversation. And so the other sister, her thing was, she didn't believe the stories that the grandmother told. And she said that, everybody is against her mom. And that her mom has nobody in her corner, so she has to defend her mom. She has to stand up for her mom, and she has to be the one to always keep her mom encouraged and propped up and know that she's important and that she's loved. And then Iyanla told her that that was not her position. That was not her job to be taking care of her mom, and that somebody has to be honest with the mom. And did she think that the mom had some type of mental illness? And so the girl was like, she probably does, because she's had a horrible life. She was kicked out of the house at 16, made to go on the streets to prostitute and everything. And I was like, oh my God, like this is too much. And so she was basically telling the older sister that, get to know our mother for yourself. Don't believe what other people have said. And she was like, and just like our Aunt Latonya, she really thinks she's your mother, that she raised you, when I'm here to tell you she did not raise you. So, don't get that twisted. And so Iyanla, and then you guys probably saw on the commercial and the advertisement where Iyanla told the woman that no child wants to know that their mama is a hoe. And so when she said that comment, basically Jackie was telling her, about her life and how she had to be a prostitute and stuff to survive, and that she was the one that told her daughters. Did she say she told the daughters, or did the mother tell the daughters? But basically she was saying that no child needs to know that their mother is a whore. So whoever told the kids, they was wrong for telling them. And so it pretty much, that was the show. Because when I tell y'all, it was a couple of cameos. It was a couple of confessional scenes where, the girls were sharing their feelings and their experiences. But when Iyanla said she was sending Latonya home, she sent Latonya home. Latonya didn't come back. She did talk with Jackie some more. But then the show just ended. I was just like, what kind of nonsense was this? I don't know. It was so disappointing. I hated the way that it ended. It was an interesting story. It was a hurtful story. But I really think that halfway through the filming, Iyanla realized that there was some issues, some mental health issues, and that both Latonya and Jackie were probably molested or abused, sexually molested or abused as children, and that she just was not capable of helping these women with their situations. But she talked to Jackie, gave Jackie some coping mechanisms, I guess, but, and told the girls to give her a chance and that she's their mother. And y'all, that was it. I mean, if you got something else out of that episode, please leave it in the comments and help me better understand what took up an hour of my life on Saturday night. Okay, so guys, rate the video, leave your comments below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye bye.